gotten to the point where it's so dry out that my lips are starting to peel. It's, I love Minnesota. And it's dry as hell winters. We got it ready on the board for both players here, so without further ado, I'll get you guys counted off for game number 1 of round number 1. Take 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I always like saying as many numbers as possible in those warm-ups, or not warm-ups, those countdowns. Completely different thing. Looks like we got a clean start from both players here thus far. Snowy with a minuscule amount of pushdown. Very reminiscent of someone like Sidneb, who always has 1 point of pushdown. Toast is going to take a Tetris. Snowy's already gotten a Tetris. But Snowy is getting a bit high on the board here. He's going to be burning out of this safely. Has a bar dependency now. And is going to have to try and fill it with L or a J. Meanwhile, Toast is looking fine. Looking alright. Set up for a Tetris right about now. And gets a Tetris to go into to 73,000. Holy moly, my words aren't working. Snowy set up for a very dirty Tetris here. Gonna opt to take a double and then skim off the rest with a single. Still set up, not getting a bar. Where bar? Gonna misdrop a couple of pieces. Up high now. And, sets up a J dependency, but gets it filled. Gets that square over. These squares are gonna be a problem to deal with, but not anymore. That square is actually quite helpful now that I say that. Meanwhile, Toast has been scoring pretty well this whole time, so Snowy is, after he gets out of this, gets that dirty Tetris he'd been holding out for a while now, and is now bringing this back down to safety. So, very clutch survival skills here from Snowy, but Toast has been able to open up the lead just a little bit more. But Snowy's going to be able to take a Tetris before Toast is able to. Toast is going to take a Tetris, but has a bar dependency now, while Snowy is clean. So even though Toast is in the lead here, this might not last for long, depending on how well Snowy's pieces are going to be. Very flawless transition to a center well for Snowy, as Toast is now clean. Tetris for Snowy to take the lead here at 149 to Toast to 142, but Toast's going to take the lead right back with a Tetris of his own. And Snowy's just opting for the modern strats of playing 3-6 well. Or, I guess the well's not in columns. What? What am I saying? Oh no! As I'm yapping about nothing, Snowy's going to hang a bar and top out at 172. And Toast's going to take game number 1 here. Unfortunate bar hang there for Snowy. Toast is astonished. I think I read his lips and he said, "Oh, okay." Yeah, some great survival from both here. I know I was covering Snowy's dig, but Toast had some great survival given the circumstances too. But Toast is going to take game number 1 here in an unfortunate turn of events for Snowy. But that's only game number 1 of the set here. We'll see what Snowy has to say in further games here. We have a ready from Toast, just waiting on a ready from Snowy. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Snowy. That was kind of insane. Alright, we got it ready from Snowy. We'll count you guys down here for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Man, I feel like I've restreamed so much that I'm due for a silly little bot message at some point, but I still have yet to get one. I gotta sneeze, be right back. Oh, thank you. Thank you, sneezing, for disrupting my commentary. It's a strange noise that I made. I apologize. Snowy is looking for a bar here, playing one off the bottom, and is going to continue to do so, it looks like. Gets an Aki bar to get set up for a Tetris, and gets the Tetris. Meanwhile, Toast is at 26,000 here. And Snowy's at 74,000. I figured I should also say his score, because, you know, it's good practice for a commentator to actually say people's scores, both of them. Toast is Tetrising along now, and I think it's just the disparity comes from Snowy starting a little bit quicker than Toast, just because the lack of delay from NTC on my end, or something like that. I don't know how the inner workings of it are. But Snowy is in the lead here, gets a Tetris, but is dirty, so has some burning to do. Toast is quite dirty right now. Doesn't really have a good place for any of these S's or Z's. Doesn't have dash, so needs to... Oh my goodness, gets that squiggle over. Ooh, how much more does Toast have left in the tank? Can he get the T over? He can't get the T over, and Toast's gonna exchange gifts with Snowy here, topping out at 102. So, Snow, you've taken game at number 2. GG's. Hey, your score is Q. I guess that's what your score is now, Snowy. It's Q. Just kidding, it's 1. A bit rough from Toast here, but it's the classic gift exchange. We're coming up on Christmas. Might as well get each other a little present here at the start of these sets. And, you know, who likes best of 5s anyways? I'm more of a best of 3 guy myself. We got it ready from Snowy. I was saying he didn't realize we were using the dodeca-octadecimal number system. Wild to be able to pull out that prefix right there to fit the Q in, but I appreciate the joke. It's very good. Alrighty, we got it ready from both players here, so I'll get you guys counted down for game number 3 here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Say the line, Bart. It was once a best of 3 no. Let's rewind. Circle back to that one. What was once a best of 5 is now a best of 3, as Snowy and Toast have both taken 1 game each. We'll see where these players are able to go with this game. Hopefully to 19, but you can never be too sure. Snowy with the 1 push down point. Pretty awesome. Does not want to take any chances with these ties. Snowy playing very clean here. Toast with a nice flat burn of that line, and is going to be able to skim to make his board a little bit more dealable with. But he is pretty far on the bottom, so anything works, realistically. Toast is going to get out of a dig. Meanwhile, Snowy is perfect through 20 lines. So now up to 24 lines perfect at 136. Toast at 33,000 is already 100,000 points behind. And Snowy's looking to take his first burn here. Oh no, we're getting brain rotted. Snowy set up for the Tetris, gets a Tetris to go perfect for 7, and is going to take his first burn here. Wisely so. Just needs a bar soon to get that perfect wall transfer. Is going to opt for some burning here. Toast, meanwhile, has a clean board safe at the bottom. I like that sequence with that L and that J for Snowy. And now looking once again for a bar, but he's going to have maybe a bit of a phantom burn there. Or, you know, probably someone of his caliber would realize that that wouldn't have burned, but it's just doing it as a delayed burn setup. Snowy gets the Tetris he'd been holding out for quite some time now to go up to 194. Toast is at 88,000. Takes a triple to go up to 93,000. Ooh. It's going to accidentally misshift a J piece when trying to go for a wall charge. Going to get a nice tuck there of that L, but still has a bit more burning to do. Meanwhile, even though Snowy was digging for a little bit up top, is at 240,000 now through 58 lines, so still a great pace from Snowy, but is getting a little spiry and a little high. Is going to have to take some burns here. And it's burning out of this nicely. Has to dead drop the T to regain DAS, I'm assuming. But gets the well open in time to get a Tetris. And is now going to have to do some burning as Toast is doing some burning of his own here. I will note that even though Snowy is up 277,000 to Toast's 134,000, Toast is about 10 lines behind Snowy. So always keep that into account, but I think with a lead this big for Snowy, he does still have both the pace and real-time lead. Well, he definitely has the real-time lead, that's for sure. Toast, not really getting much going here, unfortunately, given the pieces, but is safe and low, which is what you're really looking for in these matches here. But Snowy has, in the meantime, just been keeping the pace going. Toast's not going to have a good place for that square whatsoever and has to keep burning. So this is just looking like a really unfortunate suffer game from Toast here, but it happens. It is what it is. Snowy going into the 100-line turn with a little under 300,000 points, but takes an immediate Tetris to go up to 417. Toast here at 159. So there's nearly a 300,000 point lead for Snowy here. And I say nearly, but it's more like 250. So Snowy getting a little high. Is taking the burns that he needs to take in order to keep the stack level. Gets the well open again and gets a bar for a Tetris to go up to 446. Toast is still digging here, unfortunately, at level, or at 100 lines. Snowy's line deficit has increased to about 15. I think just because he's been playing so much higher up than Toast. And Toast is getting S's and Z's and squares when his board cannot accommodate any of them. Is looking to get an L or a J, gets it. Gets a T piece to burn down a little more. But honestly, at this point, if you're Toast, you're just hoping that Snowy tops out. But Snowy is going into 19 at 538 and has no sign of stopping anytime soon. Toast, meanwhile, is finally burning back down at 122 lines, currently at 189. Snowy is looking like he's going to top out here. Gets a quick tap to get the bar over to the left, but he can't do much else. So Toast, you have a chase down. Your target is 542. So a lot of 19 play is required and some Tetrises. Gonna go into 19 at 196. Such immense suffer pace here from Toast. Even he's laughing to himself because, you know, like, what can you do? It's just one of those games where nothing goes your way. But we'll see if Toast is going to be able to make this chase down. He's staying alive here through the early 19 stretch, but is going to need at least a, 300k, 350k post with a new controller. We'll see if he can do it. Is going to be set up for a Tetris here soon. Is set up for the Tetris, just waiting for the bar. Going to take the burn. Ooh, very good choice of burns there to keep that left side accessible, but is also, ooh, gets that bar over, just has enough dash to get it. Hoping for a bar to bail him out, but is going to take the It's going to fill the dependency with not a bar, and it's going to top out here at 216 on level 21. So, the effort was there. It was just the wrong seed and the wrong controller for Toast, it seems. But GG's. Toast looking to hopefully at least do better than he did that game, this next game. Regardless if he wins or not, you gotta bounce back from 200k game into 19. Yeah, Snowy with the good pace there, unfortunately, just couldn't make 19 work, which is what it is. I feel that immensely. Snowy's ready up, ready here. What am I saying? Hello? And we got Toast asking about the increment. The increment is 4E. Has it right. Snowy confirming that. Toast looks to be doing a bit of maintenance on his end, so we'll give him a sec. Saying, okay, let's do it. Is ready on that increment, so I'll get you guys counted down here for game number 4, and I'm not going to say knocking at your door because, again, that's plagiarism. So, game number 4, let's hear these players roar in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I had to find any word that rhymed with 4, and roar was the only thing that came to my feline mind. Dreaming of my ancestors. Uh-oh. Toast hit level 8. So we're gonna do a quick reset. Well, yeah, honestly, just reset. Because I said the word reset, so that's probably messed up Snowy anyways. And then y'all can just increment to 5F. Or, yeah, 5F, right? No worries, Toast. Snowy is ready on that 5F increment. And Toast is also ready here. So I will get you guys counted down for game number 4, take 2 in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We got a T and an S to start here. TSPMO. Just kidding, it's actually kind of a nice opener because you can just lie them both flat. Oh. Snowy immediately not having a great place for that Z piece. Is that the Z piece? Nope, that's an S piece. Wait. Yeah. Anyways, Snowy already has a bit of a tricky left side here, but is going to set up for a Tetris and gets a perfect well transfer with a dirty Tetris. And gets another Tetris to go up to 50,000 here. So what was looking like it could have been a disaster ended up being the correct gamble that Snowy needed to take. And Toast currently at Hey Now 160, so 69 160. Oh, Omen Voir, where art thou? Got a clean start for both these players here. Snowy's ready for the Tetris, but is going to have to do a little bit of skimming to keep the board low enough to take it. And the bar finally comes. Toast is the first into 100,000, but Snowy fires a Tetris right back and takes the lead. Now up to 144. Toast doing a couple burns here. Just not the right pieces and has some interesting parity issues. Oh my goodness, Snowy. Snowy's in a hell of a lot of trouble now, but is getting, that's a great bar to fill in that dependency, and another great bar to fill in another dependency. This time it was an L and J dependency, and another great bar for Snowy. Meanwhile, Toast looks to be in the process of topping out here, And Toast is going to top out here to make this game 4 a quick one. But Snowy also topping out at the same exact time. So very close game. Toast saying he looks to be in the process of getting a new controller. Very, very unfortunate that it had to die literally as the match was starting. But you still put up a fight regardless. Just some unfortunate games, one after another. The glove was falling off for Snowy, unfortunately. And with that, Snowy's going to take this set 3-1. Toast happy that he at least got a game with very, very unoptimal controller situation. Yeah, for real, Toast. What the hell was that? What are we doing? I remember my brother, there was like some stat he saw online where it was like every time we've fought the Ravens at home, we've either won or we lost, and then our head coach immediately gets fired after that season. So it looks like our head coach is getting fired. So we'll see if that stat holds true. Well, I'll go get this match reported. I appreciate both of you guys for dealing with my shenanigans with Nestress Champs here today. And I'll continue to look into using studio mode. Yeah. Hey, as long as you never have faith in your team, you'll be pleasantly surprised on occasion. Controller woes continue. Hopefully you can get a good one. Get a good controller sometime soon. Yeah, that is no good. I follow football very loosely unless if it's Vikings. Because the Vikings, you know, I have to hope for like one win for any of our teams. But never happens. Oh, great. How lovely. Just a bad day all around for us Minnesotans. Cold as hell, Vikings suck, and for Toast specifically, controller issues are the worst of the worst. Let me see if I can raid somebody. Last time I checked, Sharky was live doing gauntlet stuff. So we'll see if Sharky is still live. I just clicked onto not the right stream. Yes, Sharky is live. It's Sharky1. Alright. Raid. Make sure I get the username right. Alright, I'll send you guys over to Sharky's stream, even though it is just us three, essentially. Winner's name is spelled P-O-A-S-T. Alright, got it reported. Toast 3-1 Snowy. Got it. Alright, chat. We'll send you guys over to Sharky's, and I'll see you around. Peace.